Horns up and welcome to a brand new episode of Headbanger's Kitchen. Today we're going to be baking bread. Now we've done almond flour bread, we've done peanut butter bread, we've even done coconut flour mug bread. But today we're going to be doing a coconut flour loaf because I realized yes, mug bread works many times, but sometimes you got to feed more than one person and you can't just keep making, well, mug breads one after the other. So maybe a loaf will help a lot of you folks out there who are cooking for like a big batch. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Let's go and make that delicious coconut flour bread. So we're going to start by preheating our oven to 170 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit. Next, I'm going to take 4 tablespoons of psyllium husk and add warm water to that, half a cup, and just mix it up and set it aside. Next, I'm going to take half a cup of coconut flour, some salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1 teaspoon of xanthan gum, which is optional. And just mix in all your dry ingredients together. Next, I'm going to crack 6 eggs into a large bowl. And then I'm going to add 100 ml of olive oil. Now the reason I'm using oil instead of butter is because when you're baking, oil makes for a lighter final product. And I'm going to beat that with my electrical beater and get everything nicely mixed together. Once that's well beaten, I'm going to add in the psyllium husk and whisk that all together. That psyllium husk is a bit of a glutinous mixture by now. And then finally I add in all the other dry ingredients and whisk that all together. Not too much, just till everything is well incorporated together. And then I just give it one quick fold with the spatula to make sure everything's okay. Now I'm going to take a loaf tin which I have lined the bottom off with parchment paper so that the bottom doesn't stick, and I'm going to oil the sides. And then I'm just going to pour in our bread mixture. And then that goes in the oven for about 30 to 40 minutes or till the toothpick comes out clean. So after about 30 minutes of cooking, we're going to get our bread out of the oven and just let it cool. And it already looks pretty delicious, and it's risen a fair bit as well. Once our bread is cooled, I'm going to use a knife to sort of separate the sides from the pan and then turn it upside down and try and get it out without breaking it for a change. And lo and behold, that was almost flawless. A few parts of the side I did not cut properly, but hey, I blame the odd angle to make sure you guys can see it on camera. Anyway, that looks pretty good. Time to slice it up now. Oh yeah, that looks so nice and fluffy. Oh yeah. Anyway, time to taste. Alright folks, so it's time to taste our delicious coconut bread. Now I have got one plain slice with butter, one that has been toasted in the toaster, and one that has got cheese on top and baked in the oven. So I'm going to try all three and let you know how this bread works. Now before I do that, there are a few things I need to say. The first thing being that I took the bread out a little bit early. I did the toothpick test and my wife told me that that test is useless when you're baking this bread. So keep it in for 40 minutes. However, it was kind of fully cooked through, but you'll know what I'm saying if you take it out early and cut it. Anyway, that's one thing. Now for all my Indian friends, coconut flour, the fancy stuff, is quite expensive. So today I've actually used a new coconut flour. It's by a brand called Narla. They're a local brand, Narla, and it's really affordable. And you know what, I'm going to taste it and see whether it was worth shifting over to their flour. We'll find out now. Anyway, let's go with the plain one first. Oh. That is yummy. I'll be honest, very honest. If you don't like eggs, you will not like this. Having said that, it doesn't taste like an omelette. but there is the hint of egg in it. Because I've used olive oil and coconut flour and chili musk or whatever, it's not overbearing on the coconut either, but the texture is lovely. It's very light in comparison to the normal heavy, like an almond flour bread. Let me try the toasted one now. This is also quite nice. So far so good. Oh. Okay folks, no BS, but very honestly, I think this is my favorite keto bread. I'm not joking around. I will say this, if you don't make the mistake I made of it being slightly undercooked, you can cut the slices slightly thinner than I have. I've cut them a wee bit on the thick side, but apart from that, the taste of the bread itself, and I don't know, you know what, you guys make it. You leave me a comment and you tell me whether this was the best keto bread you had or didn't have. I'll wait to hear from you. Until the next episode, cheers and keep cooking. Hey folks, if you like the music that you hear in the background on this show, I request you all to subscribe to my music channel where I upload my music, my songs, my everything. Otherwise, if you're here just for the food, subscribe to Headbanger's Kitchen. If you like what Headbanger's Kitchen does, you can support us monetarily on Patreon, and you can listen to a song of mine over here to see if you like the music just a little bit more. Thanks for watching.